When you make a promise, how committed are you to keeping that promise no matter what? And look, I know feelings change and situations change, and sometimes bad things happen that make feelings change. And, people get married and then they get divorced. I'm well aware that feelings change. But I'm just bringing up this topic because, especially in the beginning of a relationship, I think all too frequently people make promises really without putting any thought into what it will entail to keep that promises. And as a breakup coach, really the hardest thing for clients that are struggling over a breakup is the broken promises. Broken promises make it harder to move past something. I know when you're getting married, you're making a very big promise, and then that frequently gets broken with divorce. That's a fact of life. But in dating, even like you're in 1 and 2 year, 3 year relationships, unfortunately, all the time I think it's too easy to make a promise about something and not really take it seriously and not let it go. I mean, years ago, I was going through a breakup where I met a guy on Match.com when I was 38 and said, I'm ready to get married and have children. If that's scary to you, please don't waste my time. Because, the last guy wasn't ready to do that. And I was amazed, actually, at how many men said, yeah, I'm ready to do that too. But the guy that I picked was so ready to do that and promised me that, as he really fell for me, he said to me, wow, you could really hurt me. And I said, yeah, let's try not to do that to each other, right? But my point is, 2 years later, when he clearly had commitment issues and was backing out of the relationship, I brought up to you promised that you wouldn't do this, and now you're doing it. And he got all upset, and he was like, you're just trying to make me feel guilty. And I said, no, actually, I'm trying to make you keep your promises. So, and I'm telling this story, how many years later? I'm so glad that I'm not with that guy, actually, because in hindsight, it was better that we weren't together. But my long-winded point is just put a little more thought into promises that you make, especially in the first 6 months of dating somebody, because you really don't know each other until you've been together for at least 6 months. I mean, really starting to get to know each other. And really, I've heard people say you need to go through all 4 seasons together, which I think is somewhat true as well. So just be conscious about not promising things if you're not willing to go to any length to try to keep that promise. It's an integrity thing, right? It's I personally try not to promise something unless I'm really committed to keeping that promise. And not to pat myself on the back, but I'm pretty good at keeping my promises. I don't offer my word on something unless I really intend to keep it. And I'm just trying to inspire that action in more people. And be conscientious. Before you make a promise, they can down the line end up really breaking someone's heart.